Hey guys, I thought I'd offer some thoughts and talk about how I got this guitar. I saw this guitar on Reverb, and at the moment obviously I've bought a couple of Pro Mod Charvels recently. One in white and one in Dayglow yellow, of course, for that understated look. But when I saw this on Reverb, it screams 80s, and I just fell in love with it straight away. When it originally came, it had someone had replaced the original Kahler trem with a Floyd on it. And the reason I know there was a Kahler trem is there's two filled in kind of old post points in there that are slightly narrower together. So this kind of dates the guitar to around about 1986. So it's a Japanese import Charvel Model 2 from 1986. or early 87, depends. It can be hard to kind of date these. There's a great website, I think it's audiozone.dk or something like that, that it kind of goes through how you can try and date the Charvel. But I think it's probably an 86 because of that replacement Kahler trem. Now the Floyd had been put on, unfortunately, was a low quality one, kind of soft metal, and it hadn't been aligned properly, so the post was slightly off. So what I did was I was lucky enough to get an old German made Floyd off eBay for about 80 quid, which had this D-Tuna on it as well. And I took the guitar into Ian at the Guitar Workshop. He was the guy that refretted my Strat. If you've not seen the video for that, check out the video. And asked Ian basically just to kind of reline the trem and get it installed. And he did a fantastic job. So it was basically, took that, it was just a minor little thing, but the misalignment was just kind of annoying me. And it's now perfectly set up. So the German Floyd is absolutely solid. It's brilliantly made, really nice sharp lines compared to kind of maybe the 1000 series and stuff that you see now. And it's a really solid bit of metal. The other thing I did was to put on a big block and also put on this trem stop as well, because that really allows you to set up this guitar so you can adjust the height of that bridge, no bother at all, without the trem going back the way. So it's only a downward trem motion, and it means when I'm using the D-Tuna, none of the strings go out of tune. It's nice and locked against that trem stop, and the trem works great, you know. So that, I mean, that in its own right, just that trem replacement, the kind of upgrade I did, really puts a little bit of versatility in this guitar, because pickup wise, you've just got one pickup. It's really, really simple. It's pretty much plug in and go, and that really appealed to me. This pickup is Jackson, it's a J90C, so it's a ceramic pickup, so it's got quite a bit of bite to it, which of course lends itself to this whole kind of 80s rock vibe of the guitar. You know, it's Ferrari red, it's got a pointy headstock, there's no messing with this guitar, it's pretty much perfect for that kind of vibe. So I really like the fact it's just a simple volume in the pickup, and the pickup's got a real nice kind of edge to it. The neck and everything is really, really nice. It's obviously a 30-year-old guitar, you know, it's been played, there's no massive dings or anything on it, but the fretboard edges are kind of rounded from a little bit of wear, which is nice. Frets, a little bit of wear, but nothing severe considering the age of the thing. And these are big old frets on here, kind of 6,000 kind of gauge, I would say, like Dunlop type stuff, so it's like the fattest kind of fret you can get pretty much. So it really helps with that whole vibrato kind of rock thing going on. It's not too thin, it's definitely slim, but it has this kind of shallow D feel to it, so it feels kind of wide in the hand, if that makes sense. So it's quite nice, and obviously is perfectly suited for the whole, you know, the kind of shredding type thing. The body's basswood, so it's not that light, it's got a fair bit of weight to it, but it gives the whole guitar this kind of quality feel. You know what I mean? It's just like sometimes when you pick up a guitar, it might be well made, but it doesn't feel kind of locked together and like a good kind of weight to it. And this definitely has that. And this is one of the things about these guitars, they're kind of known for great quality. You know, Japanese made guitars in the 80s, they weren't messing about. You know, Ibanez and all these kind of Tokai and all these makes great guitars. But it has that kind of vibe to it. It just feels quality, nice and solid kind of feel to it. The original plates on here as well. And this is the interesting thing about these imported Japanese guitars. They had this kind of Fort Worth kind of plate on them, even though there was nothing to do with US at all, kind of imports. So it's got that on there. There's a little bit of buckle rash and stuff in the back, but generally the guitar's in great condition. There's only tiny little dents in this pretty thick finish. But there's no massive chips or anything in it, which is fine. I wouldn't have been that bothered if there was chips or anything in it, but you know, it's pretty good condition considering his age. The trem, I've actually put the trem arm from Charvel in this, because the trem arm that came with the Floyd wasn't the original one, so just in case you're wondering why this is a chrome one. I might change that to black, but the fact it matches the D-Tuna at the moment, it's pretty cool, so I'm just going to leave it there just now. And if you're wondering what's going on with the Floyd and my Charvel, stay tuned to the channel and you'll find out. This Kahler locking nut, it's a little bit different from your standard Floyd, which would replace that kind of nut there, and it sits behind, but it works by basically screwing two plates together to hold the string, which seems to work okay. I mean, the stability wise is really, really good, so it's not... There's no string slippage or anything there at all, so it seems to work really well. I did have to replace the screws because they were a little bit chewed up, so I managed to get these off eBay, these steel screws, just to replace it, so that works really well. Plus the size of the Allen key I didn't have as well, and that I managed to get that. The tuners are kind of Jackson's Own branded. They're alright, pretty standard, you know, nice kind of solid feel to them, but once you're kind of locked down, they're, you know, they're not really doing anything. So it's a fantastic guitar for the money. I'm really, really over the moon with it. It's definitely one of these guitars that inspires you to kind of pick it up. You know, it's just the look of the thing, the kind of hot rodded, you know, kind of Strat vibe, that whole thing about, you know, Charvel and Jacksons and whatever, it kicked off way back in the kind of late 70s, early 80s, that sort of taking a Strat and just hot rodding the thing. Just, there's a cool vibe about that, and this just exudes all that kind of vibe. So when I pick it up, I'm compelled to kind of shred my face off on it. It just has that kind of feel. I've got it a half step down because it will be replacing my Dayglow Yellow Charvel, and in that tuning it just has that meaty kind of rock tone to it. So thanks for watching. Hopefully that was informative, gave you some information about the guitar. I'm over the moon with it. Stay tuned if you want to see it in action. I'll be doing some riff videos with it soon. As usual, if you're not subscribed to the channel, if this is the first time you've seen a MasterThatGear video, go and check out the YouTube channel. There's loads of lessons and gear demos and things up in there. And if you like what you see, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell as well if you want to be kept up to date with any uploads that I do. You can also check MasterThatGear out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all the usual places. There's some things that get posted up there that you won't see on YouTube. And if you're interested in extra kind of content or getting involved with things in the MasterThatGear, check out the MasterThatGear Patreon page. The link will be in the video info or on the screen or whatever at some point, so you can go and check it out. Thanks for watching again, as I said, and as always, have fun.